All right, it is Monday, March 31st. Spring's finally here. I want to just go over my EDC, a couple of updates with my carry gun. My other carry gun, my other one is 442, but I'm talking about the Glock 45. EDC for today, obviously had this appendix. I had a spare mag. This is just a 24 rounder. Yeah, 24 rounder. I usually only load like 23 in there though. Glock mag with it on a Ascent. I'm sorry, Filster Ascent mag pouch, and I added the DCC clip. So I do like having them separated. It's just preference. I'm not saying one's better than the other. For me and my body type and my style, I like to have the option of having this. If not, this was in my back pocket. This is my snake staff. ETQI. This is the Gen 2. Been pretty good. I do love the new reinforcements and changes they made to it, and this little pouch makes it super handy to carry. Keeps it flat, keeps it from that Velcro stuff, like sticking onto my clothes and like catching on things and getting a whole bunch of lint and things like that, like my Gen 1 skinny one does, but it's still cool. For ammo, it is the HST 124 grain plus P. Two obvious things that I'll carry literally every day. If I don't carry them, it's probably an accident. Palm pepper spray and my little sack compact, my Swiss Army knife. This is the compact model. It's 2-layer, real nice. And the light for the day is still the Cloud Defensive MCH HC3, I believe. This is their newest release. I feel like they updated the LED and the reflector. I don't know if they changed the LED, but they did change the reflector, and the headlight seems a little bit bigger. And supposedly they have the flickering issue fixed. I haven't noticed it. I do rock it currently with just the stock clip on there. I do like the clips, and the medium-sized ND protector on there, so it's kind of almost flush. And I haven't had any issues with negligent discharges in my left pocket. Anyway, recently I got some like old used Glock 17 mags for super cheap. I got 5 of them. You see them here. Some of the older ones look like this with the government use only type sign. I numbered them 1 through 5 just by basing my numbers, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst as far as initial inspection, and seeing which one seems the worst. You guys can see it's a little bit run down. That's number 1. And then number 5, I was having lockback issues, but the follower, it's kind of, the polymer right here is a little chewed up and it's catching. So I numbered them to test them today at the range. I shot 250 rounds or so throughout them all, not each magazine. I don't have that much money. But surprisingly, 0 malfunctions, lockback on every MD magazine. So I still won't use these for carry. These will be just strictly range mags. Just because of I could change the follower and springs, but then I might as well just bought a new magazine. But the polymer at the top, a lot of it's pretty worn down. So range mags, and they work pretty good. I was experimenting, trying out after talking to some people. TM, thank you. A 15-pound recoil spring. From what I understand, the stock one is 18. Didn't have any issues with it, but I just figured why not. This is kind of a cheap upgrade if you get like the cheaper ones. But I got this NDZ one. It's a 15. It's a stainless captured stainless steel guide rod with a 15-pound ISMI flat wire spring. Initial impressions, racking it was a lot easier. I did feel a difference in recoil with shooting 115 grain. No malfunctions, no issues. It did want to sometimes, if I have the trigger pulled back, if I let it go smoothly, it wouldn't go in the battery unless I kind of, assisted it. So just to make sure that it wasn't like a firing spring thing, I tried a Wolf 4.5 pound thing. Had both of these in there for a while, and it worked pretty good. No malfunctions at all. I did notice a difference in recoil. But when I tried my carry ammo, which is the, like I said, the HST 124 grain plus P, it was kind of negligible. And I was thinking over it because this is my carry weapon. I just need it dead to rights, just reliable. I don't want any malfunctions. And I just didn't want anything from this causing it. And honestly, OEM, I mean, you guys have heard of OEM stuff from Glock. It's been fine, so I don't think there's any issues with that whatsoever. The decrease in the recoil from 115 grain is just really training. I feel like if I just tough it out and just shoot it and get used to the recoil of a heavier spring, I mean, that's just going to benefit me more when I'm shooting other stuff. So I just eventually took it back. I shot 250 rounds roughly at the range today. No malfunctions, like I said. All these used magazines, that's all I used. Didn't have any malfunctions. Everything locked back, surprisingly. I did pretty good. Things I was working on is I was really concentrating because I seem to lose focus when I go shooting. I seem to lose focus on the things that I actually want to concentrate on. But this time I made it a point to consistent grip. So every time I'm not like trying to fix it every time I do a doubles or any string of fire. And keeping it target focused, which really helped because I noticed I'd lose focus on that as far as staying target focused, and I would catch myself, or at least notice I'm watching the dot. Or looking at the dot rather than the target. So I did my best to really concentrate on that. Some other stuff may have fallen out of bounds. And I also talked to Kit Busa. I don't know if she's a trainer. I do have join in a couple of training Facebook groups. And I showed her my video and they had some suggestions. And she said try rolling your elbow a little bit more. So even though I don't feel like I'm as sturdy, I do feel like the recoil is more predictable that way. I was getting a little bit different strings as far as going this way with my recoil, but when I kind of let my arms flex down a little bit, but not too much, I noticed it was more 12 o'clock. So I was pretty happy with it. I think I did pretty good for the amount of practice and live fire I've done. I do a lot of dry fire. So like I said, I just put the 18-pound back on there when I shot, because I do shoot some of my carry ammo to make sure my zero's good still, and you know I'm still getting used to it because there's a difference in recoil obviously between the training ammo and my carry plus P124. But I was pretty happy with that, and I guess once this goes out, maybe I'll try the 15, or these will just be spare parts. But I gotta say they work fine. And these, I don't know the brand too much. Sometimes I grab stuff without really researching it, but I haven't seen any bad things with them. But so I've got these two just kind of sitting around. I also grabbed just a little armorer's back plate to kind of check stuff, but I don't really mess with my trigger too much, but it's nice to see it, you can catch. And I did grab a reduced plunger spring, but I don't know if that makes much of a difference, especially with the Glock Performance trigger. I do like it on this gun. Haven't had any issues as far as it sticking after a couple rounds, but I do keep it pretty clean. But again, it's clear. But yeah, the reason I like this setup plus the Stereco shoe is it's almost a full 90-degree angle, you know, take up right there. I mean, it's up and down, and the brake is really clean. Just boop, just like that. And the reset's really nice. I don't know the poundage of it, but I've gotten used to it. But honestly, if you guys practice enough as far as shooting fast, I think trigger feel is less important. So I've kind of stopped buying or looking at Gucci size prices. I've seen some spring kits for Glocks going for $300. I don't know, I'd rather spend that on a case of ammo, because that's over a case of ammo itself, but to each their own. Like I said, nothing fancy. I didn't use my light today. I should have covered it up because I do have to clean this off. And last thing, I have been trying this stuff. This is Black Rifle, Cherry Bomb's Black Rifle Bomb. It's a little bit thicker. I may have put too much on the barrel, but man, it still feels smooth. It could be a placebo effect, but I haven't really cleaned it in the last 3 range trips, so close to 800 rounds shot, and it still feels good. The only thing I really did was I took out my connector and cleaned that off, since it's a Glock Performance trigger. But anyway, short way of saying things are going good. The mags surprisingly work well. I'm gonna be back using my 18-pound spring. I think I might use something lower if it was like a range toy, or you know, some kind of a competition rig, or if I ever put in a comp, maybe I'll play with it some more. But I really don't plan on putting a comp in there. This is my everyday carry gun. I just need it dead nuts reliable, and you know, luckily in the roughly 2,500 rounds, no malfunctions with it, nothing. I did have one failure to eject, but that was shooting weekend only, and I think I limp bursted it, and the casing just kind of got stuck over there, and, you know, held my my slide open there. But anyway, that's it, guys. Y'all have a good one. Just wanted to make a video and share. Y'all be good, be safe. Let me know what you guys are carrying, and y'all think it's dumb what I did with the the springs, I don't know. I kind of research it, but not too much. But at the end of the day, I just want mine dead nuts reliable and working well. All right, bye.